As you can see, I am in my garden with a shovel. With the garden representing culture and a poorly growing flower bed represents an organizational issue or problem. The 5 whys technique is the shovel digging through the conditions of the problem being addressed. How does this pertain to a lesson on culture and leadership? Leadership involves shaping and influencing culture, popularly defined as the way we do things around here, the unwritten rules and interactions within an organization. Leaders must steer culture through their influence toward moral outcomes while managing effectively to avoid chaos that disrupts the organization's purpose. As mentioned previously, the shovel represents a tool for uncovering the root causes of organizational issues which often seem obvious but upon further exploration are more nuanced or hidden by internal and external influences on the organization. This is important as addressing issues strengthens culture and drives positive outcomes. Explore the 5 whys technique, a simple framework for identifying problems and improving culture through leadership. For leaders, it is a valuable tool for fostering progress towards organizations' vision and mission as factors interfering with positive cultural and climate growth are identified. By identifying the correct root cause of a problem, it facilitates corrective and hopefully permanent actions eliminating the issue or problem. Think about a problem in your organization as you view this presentation on the 5 whys. The simplicity of the 5 why technique is elegant. It allows application to both individual and group process, and as a result, is adaptable to any number of situations. One of the things that we need to address is the idea of practice with this tool. It will take some getting used to as people have a tendency to rest on a superficial root cause. As a leader, work to get those participating to delve into data and also to not seek a simple answer that may be superficial. 5 whys technique at work. It may resonate with those in education leadership, but is an example that illustrates well how to delve into the issue of moving through the levels of why. As you can see, this example takes it through all 5 levels, and as a result, what appears on the surface as a simple problem begins to unveil a more complex and nuanced situation that a leader will have to address. Think about, again, how you would apply this technique to a problem in your particular organization. Continue the process of asking why the level of the answer doesn't address a root cause. The way to discern this is by using evidence inherent in data, and when the group comes to consensus, the process of identifying the root cause of a problem is complete and further processes will be used to address the root cause, such as action planning. As a leader, be proactive in assembling and distributing data that may be appropriate for addressing the problem at hand. As organizations, too often we put a band-aid on problems and wonder why they keep reoccurring. The 5 whys process, by rooting out the causes of the problems, help us come to what hopefully are permanent solutions to such issues. As leaders, you will be recognized as effective if you identify problems and build policy, procedures, and structures that will address them. This will lead to an improvement in culture and climate and will undergird your reputation as a leader. Once you've addressed this problem, move on to the next one. That the shovel is always at work within a continuous improvement culture. Some takeaways from this presentation are that we too often put a band-aid on problems, and the 5 whys process, by rooting out the causes of the problems, help us come to permanent solutions to such issues. As leaders, you will be recognized as effective if you identify problems and build policy, procedures, and structures that will address them. This will lead to an improvement in culture and climate and will undergird your reputation as a leader. Once you've addressed this problem, take your shovel and dig into the next problem. In closing, be circumspect and understand that the 5 whys is not an end-all and do-all for problem solving. During the program, you'll be learning other techniques that may assist you in both problem identification and further action planning that will ultimately lead to improvements in culture of your organization. Be prepared at our next in-person setting to bring a problem that you've worked through using the 5 whys process.